What's up? Wait, this is alright. I don't know if this will help. Hope it will. What's up, everyone? John the Really here, and once again, we're talking. Well, I drink a cup of coffee, of course. Just saying, guys, this video is not going to be edited. I'm not going to edit anything out. I'm pretty much keeping everything in this footage. I don't care, because I just want to talk with you guys about something important. There's been a lot that's been going on, and I just want to talk about it with you guys. Like, I don't even know where to start. Because something happened yesterday that I'm not proud of. I don't know if my girlfriend's proud of it either. But we need to talk about it. I'm trying to brighten up the screen better, and I can't. Oh, for Christ, never mind. I could turn on the light, but I really don't want to. I'd rather keep the lights off. Anyways. I don't know how to explain, honestly. Let me try something real quick. Let me turn this off. I gotta find a way to squeeze right through the camera. Let me see, does this work? Ah, okay, that's a little bit better. Actually, no, that's still kind of creepy. I'm just gonna leave this on. Okay. So, let me explain, first things first, what the hell's going on. Because yesterday, something happened that, like I said, I'm not proud of, and I still don't know if my girlfriend is either of it. So, let me explain. Me and my girlfriend, girlfriend yesterday got in this very huge fight over what was probably by far the most dumbest thing ever. The most dumbest thing ever. Let's just go from the beginning. You see, I was just coming home from work and I was eating dinner. And while I was eating dinner, my mom comes up to me and says, "Hey John, are you gonna take us mini playing this Sunday?" Now, before you guys think she was doing something wrong there, I offered over a month or two ago, yeah, over 2 months ago, if I could take the family mini putting. I offered to take them. They said no at the time. And now, 2 months later, they decided now we can go. So I said, sure. And it's a Sunday. Now, here's the thing, guys. On Sundays, usually my girlfriend does not come over, and the reason why is because the next day she has to go back to work. And usually by then, the next day, she'll get cranky, and then when she gets cranky, she'll say things she doesn't mean, do things she doesn't mean to do, and eventually it'll end up leading to a fight, because it's happened before. There's moments where she would come over on a Sunday, or I would come over on a Sunday, and the next day she's super tired and exhausted, and she's getting angry and fed up, and there's time, like, I remember once, it's a Sunday. What's it, a Sunday? I don't think it was a Sunday. I can't remember. I just woke up, guys. I'm sorry. The whole point is, though, guys, like, you know, I didn't, because you see, I'm sure you guys are going to look at me and say, wow, you didn't invite your girlfriend mini playing with the family? What kind of a boyfriend are you? I was just the type of boyfriend that didn't want us to be going for something negative. Because you see, if it were a Saturday, that's a different story. But this Saturday, tomorrow, I'm going over to her house and we're going to be filming a vlog. So, and by next weekend, we have a lot of plans next weekend too that we don't even have time to do anything. So, I don't know. The thing is, guys, like, I told her, I was like, hey, babe, I'm taking the family out to mini putting this Sunday. To let her know. That way she doesn't think I'm ditching her. Because there's some times where she feels like I'm ditching her. Because I remember once I was in such a big rush to film a video, and I don't think anyone understands. In this family, we do things fast, and it's like we don't wait for people. So it's like one time we were trying to adjust the steering wheel of our car. I'm sure you guys saw that video. I don't know if you guys remember it. We were in the car, the old car, and we were trying to get the steering wheel part that I bought, and we were trying to stick it into the car, the steering wheel of the car, and it wouldn't work. At that moment, I was in a rush to film a video because usually when stuff like that happens, my mom changes her mind, and I want to get as much videos as possible of my life. I don't want everyone to think my life is boring, because there are people out there who live a boring life. Like, I remember back in the past, back in 2015, I used to watch McJuggernuggets and Kid Behind a Camera. I remember that series where McJuggernuggets was trying to expose Kid Behind a Camera, even though there was no exposure. And McJuggernuggets at one point was saying, I wish my life was more interesting because I make fake videos because my life's not interesting enough. And that made me realize that's why he created this series back then. Because he created, I'm sure you guys know the Psycho series. That's what made his channel completely popular. I still think the Psycho series to this day is amazing. I actually still rewatch it to this day because I loved the Psycho series. Big fan of the Psycho series. I'm also a big fan of My Virtual Escape. Uh, but just in general, I'm a big fan of McJuggernuggets as well as I'm a big fan of Kid Behind a Camera. But I'm a much bigger fan of Ang Grandpa. I think everyone can agree. Ang Grandpa was a legend. Anyways, that's not the point. Point is, he was saying how he wishes his life was more real. He wants his life to be more interesting. That way, he doesn't have to create characters and create stories. Kind of like Kid Behind a Camera, because Kid Behind a Camera's life is real. Everything that he was doing, the freakouts with Ang Grandpa, the destruction, the mayhem, the dysfunction, he stated is real. And I believe it. I believe it's real because I used to be an actor myself. Yeah, that's something you guys don't know. For you that, for those of you that don't know, I used to be an actor before I started YouTube. And it's like when I was watching Kid Behind a Camera, I was like, yeah, they're not acting. This is 100% real. With McJuggernuggets, when I saw My Virtual Escape, that's when I started to see the acting. I saw the acting, even though it was still pretty damn good. I thought to myself, you know what? I still like the videos. The point is, though, what I'm saying is that's why I was in a rush to film that moment. Because when a moment like that ends, that's a memory that I lose. And I'm trying to film as many videos as possible. Like, I'm hoping by the time I move out of this house, I can make at least over 1,000 videos. I don't think I can do it, but I'm gonna try. So far, I've made like me. I'm sorry. I'm gonna pull it up on my screen right now to see how many videos we've made. As you can see right there, I've made 212 videos. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. 212 videos. It's because I've been going cuckoo with the videos. I've been getting more better at them. I've been doing a lot better. But that's not the point. The point is, you see, back on the track. My girlfriend, after I told her we were going mini putting, was like, cool. And that right alone, like, told me it's not cool. Because there's some days where I haven't included her in some moments because they were on a Sunday, and she usually ends up at this phase. Usually when she says cool, that already right there is the first hint that she's starting to get upset. So I called her out on it. I told her, I was like, babe, are you okay? At first she's like, yeah. And I'm like, aren't you happy I'm going mini putting with the family? And then that's when she looks at me and goes, yeah, I mean, I'm just used to it. And I remember once she said that before about her exes. She used to look at me and tell me her exes, she's used to her exes doing this, used to her ex doing that, and usually it's all bad stuff. It was all bad. So I got upset. I was like, come on, really? Like, I'm going out with my family. And you guys have to understand, for those of you who have not watched my previous vlogs, during the vlogs, we hardly do stuff. Like, I've been filming videos for 2 years. 2 years later, we went to Algonquin. We didn't go anywhere last year. Last year, I had plans to take the family out to Ottawa, but they didn't want to do that because they wanted to go to a U.S. state. They wanted to go somewhere in the U.S. They didn't want to go anywhere here in Canada. So that plan was out of the way. It was out the garbage. And that's when Algonquin came up. So it's like, I don't really do stuff in the videos. All I mostly do is vlog. I vlog me being at the house, doing chores, doing stuff, walking around, basically filming days in the lives at this point. That's what this is. It's days in the life. Because all I literally do is film my boring life. I don't have an interesting life either. The interesting things that happen are so quick that's why there's some days where I don't text my girlfriend letting her know I'm going to be filming because it happens in a split second and I got to get it on camera. That's something I don't think she's respecting or understanding though. You see, when I'm doing that, I'm like, okay, I gotta get the camera. I pick up the camera and I'm like getting everything. I'm getting a tripod or a GoPro or a selfie stick or whatever, and I'm getting ready because whatever happens, I need to do it for a video. You see, Angry Grandpa when he was alive, and even my grandfather when he was alive, they both would say to Pickle Boy, Kid Behind the Camera, Michael, and me, anything for a video. And it's true. You got to do whatever you can for a video, and that's what I do. Sometimes I abandon people to film the videos. Like the wheel alignment video. The wheel alignment video, I saw that my mom was trying to do the steering wheel. So I decided, I'm going to pick up the camera. And I go. I'm like, boom. I'm zooming out because I know if I don't, then she's just going to be like, you know what, I'm not going to do it. And then she's going to want to come back inside. Because that's what they do. They rush. They rush into stuff. It's okay to rush into things because then, you know, you can get more done and have more done throughout the day. But the whole point is, it's like, I want to create memories. I want to create as many memories as possible with the family. Like yesterday. Yesterday night, I was filming another walk with Yaya, and I had to delete the footage because there was a lot of things that she was saying that I could not get on camera. Saw a lot of negative stuff. She thought about death and much more, and I just could not upload that because at that rate, I was getting tired of her being negative during the walks. So I just thought, you know what? I'm just not gonna film it. I'm not gonna record it. I'm putting the camera down. And that's when I turned it off. I filmed a few minutes of it, but I deleted the footage. So I don't have any footage to show you guys what I did film. I'm sorry, but like if I could find a way to recover the footage, maybe I'll upload it. If not, then I'm sorry. I might have to censor some parts out though because it's really, really, really not right for YouTube. The whole point is though, let's just stop getting off track. Back on the track. After all that happened, I got upset. I was like really emotional, and the reason why is because you see, here's the thing. Throughout the past few months, my family, we've all been very negative since Christmas. Like, I don't think you guys understand what's been going on. Christmas morning, my whole family got sick because I got everyone sick. I got sick on Christmas morning, and if you guys didn't see the Instagram story, go check it out on my Instagram. You can see a bit of it right there. My grandmother got diagnosed with that illness in her stomach on Christmas morning, and now she hates Christmas. She doesn't like Christmas anymore. That's the worst part. She's on and off. She's like, I like Christmas. Next minute, I hate Christmas. I remember, I don't know if you guys remember the video where me and my grandmother were out in the dark looking at the Christmas lights. I remember I asked her, tell everyone why you love Christmas so much. She's just like, I love Christmas. The music, the lights. Now she just doesn't, and it hurts me because I wanted to film a series where it's Christmas videos with Yaya, because my grandmother loved Christmas. You don't understand. She loved everything about Christmas: lights, decoration, the music, the outfits, the events, and especially Christmas Eve and Christmas morning. She loves everything, even Hanukkah and Kwanzaa. She loves Christmas. She is the biggest fan of Christmas I know. Biggest, massive fan. But yeah, like, the thing is, we were on a call, me and my girlfriend, that day. My bad. I keep getting off track. We were on a call and I hung up. I hung up because I was just tired of it. I was tired of everyone being negative. Everyone was emotional, everyone was upset, and that led to what I was just talking about. Yaya got sick on Christmas morning, and the whole family got sick on Christmas morning. Mom's been worried that people are gonna, like, something's gonna happen because, my, oh, I can't say it on camera. A family member of ours is very sick at the moment. I'm not gonna say who. Another family member passed away a couple months back from when we were filming the Papa Petro, a man that was in our family who unfortunately has we've been lost. We lost now for a couple months now, and on top of that, a lot more has been going on. It's just been nothing but negativity, and that's why I just wanted to take the family out mini putting. And the only reason why I didn't include my girlfriend was because I didn't want us to have to go through some bullshit fight. Because that's what we do. We fight. We always fight. It doesn't matter what the reason is. We'll fight. If she's tired, we'll fight. If she's on her, she will fight. If she's having a bad day, we'll fight. If, like, I remember one time I was cooking burgers, and it was my first time cooking burgers. Yes, I know, 22 years old, 21 at the time, cooking burgers for the first time. It's because my family most of the time does not allow me to cook my own meals, and let me explain why. My family wants me to be able to do the things I want to do. They want me to play video games, study real estate, and do all these things that I want to do for my future. And even when I offer to help, I'm like, let me cook my food. Nope. Let me wash my dishes. Nope. They always tell me not to do my own chores when I try to. And sometimes they'll even look at me and be like, you should start doing your own chores. When I offer to do them, they don't let me. And that doesn't make any sense. How could they offer, but in the end, they look at me and they'll just say, no, it's fine. Just go do your thing. How does that make sense, people? How does that make sense? I offer to do my own laundry. They don't want me to. I offer to wash my own dish. They don't want me to. I offer to cook my own meals. They don't want me to. So what the hell can I do? Anyways, aside from everything else, though, with all the negativity, I wanted to make the family happy and take them mini putting. And because I didn't include my girlfriend, she was just getting a little upset. And she told me why later on. But beforehand, she didn't. You see, I was cutting her off, getting very upset, and she said she was trying to tell me the whole time the truth. And apparently, I was cutting her off when she could have just texted it to me. Because that's what she does sometimes. She'll message me the information and tell me everything on text. But this time, she didn't. She did not do that. But she used to always do that all the time. And this time, she didn't. And I don't know why. I don't know why she didn't do it this time. If she would have, we would not have fought. But then we fought. I, I, I hung up on her. I didn't answer her for the entire day. And later on that night, we called. We called, and I was so emotional. I was in tears. I was upset. She was emotional and in tears. And it led to a stupid fight. It led to a very big, very dumb fight that shouldn't even, all I wanted to do was take the family out mini putting. Now, on to the point of why she was even upset. The reason why she was upset is because apparently she was jealous. I'm assuming. I don't know if she really is jealous or not. I asked her yesterday. She didn't really properly answer the question. And it's like, I wouldn't understand why. You see, here's something you guys need to understand. You guys see my life as an interesting life where you see me going through business meetings where I'm trying to like run a Facebook marketplace business and I'm trying to sell shirts and other accessories, and you see me like doing all these interesting things like going from door to door selling items, or you see me going to the stores. But the thing is, guys, I don't do half the stuff my girlfriend does. You see, in my life, we mostly go to grocery stores or stores. We don't go out to have fun like we're gonna do this Sunday. She does though. She could always do that whenever she wants. If she wanted to go mini putting every weekend, she could. Me, I can't. There's no bus that takes me mini putting. And because I don't have a license yet, I can't go without my mom being there. But my mom is so busy that I cannot go. There is no bus that will take me to the mini putt place. And I'm not going to charge more money for the taxi because this is Quebec, people. In Quebec, everything's expensive. I remember once, me and my girlfriend took a taxi once in a country party. We were in a country party during the winter, and it was like a 10-minute drive away from our house. We called the taxi, and the cab told us that'll be $68. $68 for a 10-minute ride? That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna waste 60 or 50 or $40 on like what could be maybe like another 10-minute walk? Like really? Oh my god. People, this country is fucked up. It is, but I gotta learn to accept the life we have and live in it. But after all that happened, I decided, you know what? I'm done. I was emotionally drained, so I decided to go to bed. And let's just say, while sleeping, I heard everything she was saying. She was saying I need help. She was saying that I have problems. And that's the main reason why I'm just upset. I'm upset because it's exactly what I was saying. When she gets upset, she'll say things she doesn't mean, do things she doesn't mean, and I wish she didn't do that. I wish she can learn to control her emotion like I'm trying. I'm trying to control mine as well because I have an emotional problem. I feel like I have depression disorder. I don't know if it's 100%. I'm pretty sure I do. I have anger issues that I'm trying to work on, but she hasn't been working on her emotions with me either. I've been improving a little more better. I haven't gone angry with her in a long time. A good steady 2 months at least. And that's something. Now back then we used to get upset every 2, 3 weeks. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. For now I told her that we just need a little bit of space, just a day, because it's pretty obvious. She's upset, I'm upset, she's emotionally upset, I'm emotionally upset, and that's why I just think we need like a day alone. It's a lot. Like, I know that I'm telling you guys this, but like, I don't hide anything from you guys. This is for you guys to see that everything you see on the internet is not always perfect. My life is not always about sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. You see me filming videos of all this stuff, of like business meetings and all that, but it's like, oh my god. I don't know. All I'm gonna say before I leave though is, my girlfriend, she does explore. She does explore because she goes to a lot more events than I do. Just la- just last year, just this year alone, she went down to Las Vegas. She was about to end up in California. Sadly, couldn't end up there. She went down to Gaspé, which, if you guys don't know what Gaspé is, it is about a 10-hour drive away from where we live. And it's a country area surrounded by woods, like a camp area, basically. Very beautiful place. Very cold, though, so bring a jacket if you guys ever go down there. Like, it's like if down here is 22, down there will be like 13. Or if it's 32 down here, down there will probably be like 17. It's pretty cold down there. It's not as hot as it is down here. During the winter, it's hell. That's why no one goes down there during the winter. Otherwise, you're gonna be a popsicle. The whole point is though, like, she does explore. She went on free vacations this year. She went to Las Vegas, Gaspé, and a couple months before Vegas, she went to Nova Scotia. So it's like She does explore. While me, I hardly go on vacations. You see, before Algonquin, the last vacation we went on is in 2020, 4 years back, during the pandemic. Before the pandemic officially was beginning and everything was on lockdown, we went on a vacation to Ottawa. And after that, we haven't went on a vacation for 4 years. Mom did say something though. I'm not gonna tease it. It's for way late next summer. That's a year. So we have nothing to think about right now. My God, what the fuck is wrong with me? I don't know what else to say, guys. Like I don't know. Like I think you guys can understand. Like I wasn't trying to be a piece of crap. I was just trying to prevent me and my girlfriend from going through a fight like we did yesterday. And it's like now it led to this, and now we're fighting, and now we're upset with each other. Apparently, she thinks I need help, which I don't think I do. I think I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing as a boyfriend. I'm trying to be supportive and I'm trying to be protective, but I guess she does not see that. I don't know. I don't know if she sees that, because if she saw that, she wouldn't think I need help. But in other words, I want to say to her, because she watches the videos, that I'm sorry if I said a lot to offend you. But, she needs to apologize as well, because her emotions basically took over once again. And it's like I said, when she was upset because she couldn't go. Look, let me properly explain that before I sign off. She was emotionally upset yesterday, okay? And I told her just admit it. Now, when I said just admit it, I wanted her to admit the fact that she was upset about the mini putting. But apparently, out of nowhere, she apparently was upset because her sister and her sister's boyfriend were going down to Gaspé and didn't want her to be involved. That I did not know, and I didn't even ask her for that. I wanted her to tell me if she was upset about the mini putting, because that's what the whole category was about. Gaspé came out of nowhere. That's what she does. She includes things. I did not know that. And if she would have just. She has two phones. So if she would have used her second device, or even her iPad, because yeah, she has an iPad as well, and just messaged me it, I wouldn't have gone. I wouldn't have done that. But she didn't. And it's so weird because every time I cut her off, she'll message me the information and I instantly stop. I'll go from oh, like that basically. I would have done that. That's what I do. Every time I'm talking in front of her and I'm cutting her off and stuff, she'll message me the information. I'll look back at the device and I'll be like, oh. Or I'll be like, oh. I'll be like, like stuff like that basically. I will actually stop, think, and respond. But she didn't do that. She always does. Yesterday she didn't. If she would have done that, we wouldn't have fought yesterday. But in other words, yeah, this was kind of both of our faults. We both need to work on each other. We need to really work on ourselves. We need to work on our emotions, number one. We need to work on the way we are towards each other, number two, and we need to work on the way we can respect each other. All I wanted to do, babe, if you're watching this, I just wanted to take the family out. There should not have been anything wrong with that. I'm not the only one that was unincluded in events. Yeah, because for those of you that don't know, my girlfriend has had a bunch of events happening too with her sister, and her sister's boyfriend, which qualifies as her family because I'm not going to explain why. And I couldn't be a part of it. There's plenty of moments they've had together, and I could not be included. I couldn't. I could not be included in it at all for stupid reasons. Like the vacations. I couldn't be involved in the Las Vegas trip. I couldn't be involved in the Gaspé trip. I couldn't be involved in the Nova Scotia trip. I couldn't be involved in some of the fun activities they were doing on the weekends. There's some weekends where I had to not come over because they were doing activities, and I think it's stupid when I could have just been involved. We 50-50 each other. I'm 50% involved in some of her stuff. She's 50% involved in mine. But she somehow assumed in her head it's more like 40%, 60%. I don't know. I don't know why we fought yesterday. we pretty much are looking very dysfunctional right now, and I'm sorry to everyone that has to watch this and see how dysfunctional we're being right now. I wish it wasn't the case. But yeah, like I'm just gonna sign off. I hope that I just realized I had a pile of socks right next to me the whole time. What is wrong with me? Seriously, what the hell is wrong with me, man? I had a pile of socks right next to me. Jesus Christ. Guys, but please, please, please understand, you know, I'm just putting this out there because I just want everyone to see our life is not perfect. I want everyone to know that everyone's life is not perfect, and that includes ours. So, that's pretty much it for now, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I'm just gonna sign off, and that's pretty much the end of it. There's there's not really any intro, so I'm just gonna close it right now.